Hey, it's Deacon Matt, and I thought I'd record a short series of videos for our YouTube channel on Eucharistic Adoration. We offer Eucharistic Adoration in our chapel here at Campus Ministry multiple times during the week, and I find that students come to campus with a variety of different experiences of adoration. Some love it, they're used to it at their home parishes, or they've experienced it on retreats, and they're so grateful that we have it. It's a rich part of their prayer life. Others maybe have participated in it at their parishes once or twice, but they didn't really know what they were doing, didn't see the point. A lot of students have never heard of it at all, and this is especially true of non-Catholic students that we have that are coming, and they may experience it for the first time and not really know what's going on. So I want to do this short series. I think it's going to be a 4-part series explaining what it is that we do and what we mean by Eucharistic adoration. So in this first video, we're going to talk about that word adoration. What is this even all about? Because the church uses this word adoration differently than we hear the word in common society today, right? Out in society today, when you talk about something being adorable, right, or adoring something, you mean you like it a lot, or you think it's cute or attractive, like, I just adore chocolate ice cream, or look at this little puppy, it's so adorable. And so when we hear this word in a religious context, we might say, okay, well, what's going on? Are we calling God adorable? Yeah, we are, but not according to the modern usage of the word. The word adore is of Latin origin, and it meant what we call today worship, or that honor that's due only to God. The thing about the English language is that it's a living language, which means it's always changing. And so word usage and the meanings that are ascribed to words changes over time. And we see something like this going on with the words worship and the words adore, right? This is why the church still retains Latin as her official language and references ancient Greek and ancient Hebrew in her theology, because these languages are dead languages, and therefore they're preserved. They don't change over time the way that a living language like English does. So a word in Latin means the same thing now as it meant 1,000 years ago, because it's not subject to, the changing meanings of common societal usage, right? So the word adore, like I said, is a Latin word, and originally it meant what the ancient Greeks called latria, which was that honor that's due only to God. So it was the Latin equivalent of that word, latria, the honor due only to God. Now, the Greeks had another word for the honor and reverence that it's appropriate to show to human beings, and that was doulia. Doulia. So latria and doulia, two totally different words, totally different concepts in the Greek language, right? Latria is reverence and honor that's only appropriate to give to God, the Creator, and doulia is everything less than that. Now, today, we use the word in English, worship, to mean what the Greeks called latria, that honor that's due only to God. But it wasn't always the case, right? It used to be that worship in English meant what the Greeks called doulia, or the honor that it's appropriate to show to human beings. And we still see vestiges of that in the justice system in the United Kingdom, for example. Over in England, they call their judges your worship. Like in America, we call our judges your honor. They use that older term, your worship, to describe their judges. And now they're not worshiping their judges as gods, right? But they're just using that older form of the word, that older understanding of the word worship, right? Your worship, like we use the word your honor. And that's good for us to know, because I know we Catholics, sometimes we get accused of worshiping Mary and worshiping the saints. And we'll say, no, we don't do that. We don't worship Mary. We don't worship the saints. We honor Mary as a very holy person. We honor her as a mother of God. We honor her as a model of the Christian life, but we don't worship her. The problem is, you can find older Catholic materials, like you could buy a book from 150 years ago and pick it up, and it'll talk about worship of Mary or worship of the saints. So what, are we lying? Or when we're lying when we say we don't worship Mary? Are we wrong about that? No, they're using an older meaning of the word worship to talk about honor, right? They mean honoring Mary or being devoted to Mary, but in a way that's appropriate to be devoted to a very holy human person, not that latria that the Greeks would use to describe worship of God or honor of God, okay? So just like the word worship has shifted in meaning, so has the word adore. The word adore originally meant latria, that honor that's due only to God. But now it's kind of opened up in its meaning. And like I said, we call puppies adorable. We call kittens adorable. You look at a little baby in a cute little outfit and you say, oh, that's so adorable. Well, we're not worshiping these things as God, right? But we're just saying, oh, they're cute. Oh, I like them, you know? So the word worship, the word adore has really gotten watered down in its meanings, but that's not how the church uses the word. When the church uses the word, as in this context of Eucharistic adoration, we mean what we would call in English today worship, or in Greek latria, that honor that's due only to God, right? So Eucharistic adoration is Eucharistic worship. It is worship of God present in the sacrament of the Eucharist. And that's what we'll talk about in our next installment. What do we mean by the Eucharist? God bless.